does it feel?
Sure.
Driving a different car?
Seafood platter
Yep.
with mussels,
Squid,
fries,
prawns, prawn spring roll.
or prawn spring roll.
Yeah, green salad.
你在这边不用怕被赶东西。Stretch， 两只哎。
Around 6 degrees Celsius now.
Wow, 好冷，外面。
order an apple turnover and a cronut.
Wow, crispy.
Total is 13.50.
Yeah.
290。你要吗？它有 algae，
鸡蛋烤掉。
它有 crack line。
我看这些
Yeah，
slightly big giant.
等一下它会开哦。That one look like it's crack open. Yeah， 很像 crystal， 它有一点 sand。
It's very cold. The touch of it is like touching a big giant piece of ice. Oh, this is hot. The other side is so cold.
What are you trying to do? Huh?
超冰的哦，这有。
拍 MV 耶！Actually, it's quite steep. It's only for residents here. Okay, wow, let's check.